We got it.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yes. Alright. Hold your breath now so you don't get sick.
We had the door open and we were listening to Careless Whisper by George Michael. And we were all posing very seductively. And then Monica walks by. She looks in.
Recommend this one, and it comes with foam pads on the bottom.
Exactly, yeah.
Try to be
Different game modes.
Oh, and you could bomb into the just bomb the shells. This would be fun.
I am Mr. Portis. I teach chemistry here at Gull Lake High School.
What made you want to become a chemistry teacher?
My high school chemistry teacher, when I was a junior in high school, was an 86-year-old guy who used to work in the industry and decided when he was going to retire that he'd go back and teach high school kids. And I was one of the high school kids he happened to teach. I was amazed at how methodical he was. Everything had a beginning and an ending. Everything had a process. And in chemistry, there are always right answers. I kind of liked the fact that it was predictable like that.
My name is Jason Elder. I teach social studies at the high school level.
All right. What made you want to become a social studies teacher?
To be honest, it's really the only subject that I really enjoyed thoroughly. I'm not a student of math, and English is second language to me, so social studies is pretty much the only thing I really enjoyed the most, I guess.
Nicole Myers, Junior English, Freshman English, and Creative Writing.
What made you want to become an English teacher?
I wanted to inspire students to like to read and write, and if they don't like reading and writing, maybe kind of helping a little bit.
Alright, my name is Reggie Walters. I teach math, so algebra, algebra 2, and AP calculus.
Okay. What made you want to become a math teacher?
Honestly, in high school, I was taking AP Calculus and I got hired to be a tutor, and I realized it was pretty fun. Thought it was all right. Thought it might be something I wanted to do, and so went down that road.
My name is Brendan Howard, and I'm the French teacher here, and I also help run our virtual school department.
What made you want to become a French teacher?
Probably one of the best things I had growing up. My mom was my high school French teacher, and my church asked me to go to Montreal, Canada for 2 years, and that's where I really learned French, even though I had my mom as a French teacher. But seeing how hard she worked and how much she really loved the language, I also decided to become a French teacher and just fell in love with the country and the people when I was up in Montreal.
What is your favorite chemistry-related memory?
I don't know if it's my favorite, but it certainly would be the one that's probably the most famous. Was when 2 of my chemistry kids were doing an oxygen preparation lab, and the chemical shot out of their test tube, hit me in the chest, and caused my sweater to catch on fire in front of my class. Being on fire in the front of your class is an extremely embarrassing position. Fortunately, I had a student in my classroom named Cindy Hammer, who is now Cindy Korstanch. She sprinted across the room to try to tackle me and put out the fire. And as I've told my class, I am much more afraid of Cindy than I was the fire. So I took the sweater off of my head and threw it to the ground before Cindy could tackle me, and I considered that a small victory.
Favorite history-related memory?
History-related memory. It was not really, I don't know if it's necessarily called a favorite, but September 11th, that event is definitely something I remember everything about that day. It was my second year teaching, and I don't know, it's the one that's most vivid in my mind as far as like significant events that I was a part of that I remember still today.
Favorite English-related memory?
My favorite English-related memory is when a student that was struggling in most English classes ended up really loving one of the books that we read, and he would actually talk to his mother about it, and it kind of helped their relationship too, and it was cute. Favorite
math-related memory?
Honestly, probably my favorite math-related memory, it involves AP Calc. After we get done taking the AP test, they have a math project, and all the different videos that students have done over the years, or poems and that kind of stuff. There's a lot of humor in there, and we have a great time with that. Or the marker toss, which has become epic in this class.
Favorite French-related memory?
Probably some of my favorite French memories every year are when we have the French National Honor Society that we hold here, and having the kids stand up and speak in French for a little bit, saying the pledge in French to become part of the Honor Society, and just being able to celebrate all their hard work.
Has the curriculum changed significantly over the years and is more expected from students?
It has changed. It's become more demanding as, of course, our society's become more technologically advanced. We expect more of our students when they start college than we used to. So I try to make it a point of making sure my students are always ready for whatever chemistry class they happen to have when they start college.
Yeah, world history, the class you guys are in now, wasn't actually required as far as like the state of Michigan standards, so that has changed because you guys are all required to take it now. On top of that, like they've added economics, and I think that's all they've added to social studies.
The more is expected. Since I was in school, we didn't have as many required core classes for English.
Yes, and yes, and yes. It used to be that kids didn't have to take Algebra 2 to graduate. They now have to. So we're pushing kids further than they used to go. Every kid's got to go through Algebra 2, which makes it more challenging for students. So it's no longer just an advanced class. Now it's everybody takes it. So yes, definitely we are doing more.
The wonderful thing about the French language has not really changed in a couple thousand years.
What is your favorite event in science as a whole?
My favorite event in science has to be the lunar landing. The landing on the moon when I was just a kid myself.
I really like studying the JFK assassination just because there's so many things even this many years later that we still don't know, don't have answers to. So to me it's interesting. Every couple of years you still find out new things about it.
I really like doing poetry night, poety, where we would have tea in the library and students would read their poems.
Isosceles. I think an isosceles is a right isosceles. That's something special about it.
Probably the thing I really like the most is the Tour de France. I try to watch that every single year. It's a lot of fun.
What department do you think is the most pointless/dumb?
You know there is no way I'm answering that question, especially on film. Every teacher here has their own little role to play, and it's the whole inner working of that brings out our best students, keeps them well versed in all the curriculum.
Can I say my own? No, I'm just kidding. I just can't say that. No, I don't know that there's any that are pointless. I know some get kind of pushed to the side because there's not enough funding, and they make you guys take so many required courses now.
I plead the fifth. They are all beneficial and all have a purpose in life.
Anything that Mr. Meinhardt teaches.
Probablement le département qui n'est pas le plus nécessaire, c'est quelque chose que Monsieur Meinhardt enseigne.
Is it good? Roll it down
You look like you're already wrapped.
pumpkin and cheesecake. But yeah,
this is Mark. We're gonna be on it. My neighborhood is humongous. There's like 20 people.
Period in which it was made. The Vietnam Memorial in Washington, D.C. is a prime example of that. Its story is one that combines art, culture, history, politics, and emotion. Dedicated in 1982, it wasn't surprising that its creation was almost as controversial as the war itself. Much of that controversy has subsided. The wall is now a place of reflection and remembrance.
Okay, just for the record, state your name and grade.
Robert Lovely, 11th grade.
Mackenzie Sternberg and 10th.
Hi, I'm Mabes. My real name's Evan, but I'm a junior, so
You know, they call me Diesel J.
no.
But my name is John, and I'm in grade 11 also.
I am Andrew Pearson in the 11th grade of Gull Lake High School.
I am Noel Ramos, and I am in the 1-2 TH grade.
My name is Caden Vance Patrick. I am a junior.
My name's Eric Bryant. I'm a junior at Gull Lake High School.
What type of music do you find really popular nowadays?
Hardcore rap.
Hardcore rap?
Migos, you know.
I like hip hop and rap a lot, for sure. Vaporwave is nice.
Popular? Like my kind of popular? Or
Just like what you think is popular, just what is popular in general. Just like what you're
a lot of people find pop and rap popular, but I really hate it. So.
What do you find to be cool?
Heavy metal.
Dope.
Well, most people listen to like either pop music or hip hop or rap and alternative.
Oh, rap, for sure. All the way.
Future, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know what song that is, but
That's
it's a
Lil
good
Uzi.
song. Oh yeah, Lil Uzi Vert.
He's a scrub.
He's pretty good.
A lot of people, it's rap and or dubstep and like dance music. That's mostly what I have on my phone.
What's the latest fashion trend?
A lot of people wear like Converse and I don't know, like just sports clothes or skater hipster kind of wear. I don't know.
I'm digging the bleaching your hair and dyeing it pink and stuff.
I have absolutely no idea what the latest fashion trends are. I don't keep up with that kind of thing.
Probably the latest fashion trend is denim.
Oh, first, you like to get the pants like up to your knees and pull the socks all the way up.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to do this.
I actually agree with that.
I don't know why. It's just a little fashion trend. I mean, I look good, right?
Looks like we'd be on the rugby team right now.
Yeah, we try our best. Me and John, me and Diesel.
What types of phones are popular?
iPhones.
iPhones?
That's my preferred phone.
Why is it your preference?
Because they come with dope headphones. That's basically number one. And because like I know Samsungs are like the software is more advanced or whatever, but I don't know how to work that, so I just like the iPhone.
What types of phones do you think are popular?
iPhone, Samsung, LGs, like the normal stuff. I mean, iPhones have been popular since they came out.
iPhones.
Usually iPhones.
Listen, buddy. This right here, this is majestic. This is the Google Pixel. And if you can't root and unlock your phone, you're a plebeian, my friend.
iPhone.
Certainly not this.
This
is not popular. Yeah, that's what 40 bucks will get you at the track phone store.
What is the most popular dance move?
You don't want to be cringy and say the dab, because for some reason every kid does it and it sort of annoys me. I don't really know if it counts as a dance move, but I mean...
Would you mind giving us a demonstration of a dab?
Dab?
I've heard it's the dab and the nay-nay. I'm sure you can get your Hillary Clinton to do it for you.
I'd probably say in the past year it's the dab. I don't know how to do that very well.
I like headbanging, and that goes like this.
There's dabbing, which is ridiculous, or there's like, I don't know, this thing. A lot of people do that just ironically, the whip. Or like, I don't know, twerking is pretty popular, sadly.
Snaky leg, for sure.
I'm not a good dancer. I don't dance. Maybe I could bust a move? Maybe show you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So here's a little dance move us kids like to do, us teens. Maybe a little. And then, like that, a little bit, just, you know.
Yeah, let me set the ice cream down. I'd say it's probably to pipe it out, you know, you just pipe it up and you just gotta jab it, you know. So that's what I'd say is up there right now.
How do you listen to your music? Like, what format do you use? Like, your phone, Spotify, cassette tapes, vinyl?
I usually just use YouTube and my headphones, stereo headphones.
Oh yeah, Spotify. So there you go.
VCR.
VCR?
Ooh.
VCR format? MP3? Pandora?
Just on my phone.
Yeah.
If I was in the car, it'd be like still on my phone.
Digital, I'd say.
I listen to my music through my phone and through headphones, and I use iTunes.
Cool.
I use FLAC files. That's my preferred like codec for the audio. The speakers, I just use my Grado SR80s and a Dragonfly DAC. That's my usual setup. And I use Fubar 2000.
What's your favorite movie?
Yikes. I'm a big Pirates of the Caribbean fan.
Heck yeah, dude.
I'm gonna have to go with Air Force One with Harrison Ford in it. That's probably my favorite movie of all time. Although my favorite genre of movies is comedy, all my favorite movies are action.
My favorite movie is probably the Hunger Games series. Probably Transformers by far. The first one though.
My favorite movie is My Girl or Stand By Me, and I believe they're both from the 60s.
Man, there's a lot of cinematic classics, but I think I'm going to have to go with B-movie.
What's your favorite book?
Probably Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Last Straw. It's a bit of a meme.
Go Dog Go.
Go Dog Go.
It's a classic.
The Cat in the Hat is pretty good.
Paper Towns.
I really enjoyed the Percy Jackson novels when I was younger.
My favorite book would have to be the Inkheart series by Cornelia Funk.
My favorite book is Copycat by Erica Spindler.
What are your plans after you graduate?
I'll be moving on campus at Aquinas in Grand Rapids in the fall, working on my bachelor's in psychology.
My major is disputed at the moment whether or not I would like to go into neuroscience or I would like to go into political science or some sort of literary profession, but those are the two major options. But I'd certainly like to go to four-year college, and I'd like to go there as soon as possible.
Western would be kind of fun. I feel like it's a good community, right near home, save some money for in-state tuition, good sporting events, that kind of thing.
Hopefully after I graduate, go to college, get my degree in marketing.
Don't know. Just kidding, I'll be an IT worker. I just got my A+ certificate today.
And which one do you prefer, Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Netflix.
I'd probably say YouTube would be better.
YouTube. Oh, YouTube.
YouTube all the way. Idub,
H3,
shout out
H3.
to my boy. Shout out to my boy
Healthy
Idub.
Frank.
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts on the new Star Wars The Last Jedi trailer?
I haven't seen any of the Star Wars or their trailers.
Well, okay, moving on.
I think it should be pretty good.
Huge on Star Wars. I absolutely can't wait for it. I thought The Force Awakens was a lot of revitalization from the horrendous, unbelievable hypocrisy that was the prequels.
I actually wanted to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
Was that the one that
It's
came
not
out
out yet,
last?
they just released a trailer.
Oh,
Oh.
it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, and now the 2017. And now the 2017 prom king is Ethan Lee. The 2017 prom king is Grace Clancy. Please join us.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. But when we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now 'cause you don't have another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels.
This video was inspired by the 1986 video featuring the Gull Lake district. An educational video, of course, but I found it lacking a certain charisma that was needed to really capture the essence of the Gull Lake schools. I and several classmates took this as a personal challenge for ourselves to show the true high schooler perspective, but in my generation's time, through the lens. State your name and grade.
I'm Vaughn Mullish.
I'm just gonna stare at the camera and type name out. Like,
11th grade.
okay, I'm just concerned now because this is gonna be creepy because you're just gonna creepily look at the camera.
See, that's why I thought the eye, like the angle your eyes were up, were fine. It's like
So, should I look this way then?
Just
at
look
you?
in general, just in general. You can look at me, you can look at him.
I'm far left there at his face. Have you seen the show Parks and Recreation?
No, I haven't.
That is the problem there.
Okay, yeah.
Go and do that.
Yeah, sorry.
It was really weird when I saw you.
Hey, summertime, bro. The thing is, one second, I gotta get that focus.
It's harder. What's good, bro? What's harder?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, are these kids gonna get in trouble?
I think so.
That was easy.
No, don't hit the easy button. Oh my god. What a rude way to leave a school.
Interrupt people doing actual work by just causing a disturbance. She's on the phone. You found that to be completely appropriate. That is... You're a terrible, terrible person. I hope you are. Are you filming me too? On top of all of this, on top of everything that you have done today, you find this is an appropriate time for filming. I don't understand you. And I fear that if I do understand you, I'm gonna hate you more than I already do.